Fantastic.
Patients are reminded not to die in the corridors.
Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to our Theme Hospital Let's Play, where last time we completed the first level in the first episode. We looked at the differences between the original Theme Hospital game and this open source version which we're running, and we did alright, if you don't count that person dying. But apart from that, everything's good. So, we've been offered a new job with a new salary, so let's move on to the next level. So here we are at a brand new level, and of course we can zoom out and have a good look at the whole plot of land. This place is a little bit smaller than the last one, so I feel like we need to be a little bit more careful with how big we make all the rooms. So we're going to make the GP's office as small as possible this time. We're going to put the GP there and that there like that, so they can sit next to each other and talk to each other. So there's one GP's office. Now we might not have the money to do everything, so we're going to have to expand out bit by bit, I think. There we go. Let's see. So for this one, I'm not going with the waiting room style. I'm going to go with the corridor style, and we'll see how that goes. Again, I'm not too worried about the internal placements of the rooms. In the harder levels, we will look closer at more efficient ways of placing things. But for now we're taking it easy. That is where a patient can sit down. For example, we put that near the door. This is where they can get changed, and they'll need to do that quite near the door as well. And then we just put the psychiatrist over there. There we go. Yep, we'll need to hire some people, so let's start doing that now. He's no good, he's alright, and a psychiatrist. Let's try again. So, he's alright. I'll pop him in there. And the next one. Nope. Oh, there's a good one. We'll pop him in there. Let's see how many more we're going to have. Oh, he's good as well, and another psychiatrist. Cracking. Just what I wanted to know. Oh, he's a researcher. We'll purchase him, and he can stand near the front doors. That's a new thing in this level. Okay, we won't worry too much about nurses or anything else. It's the doctors you struggle with sometimes, I feel. Right, I think a second GP's office is probably a good idea. And that's going off intuition. I have no idea whether it's a good idea or not. So let's put that there, put that there, rotate that round, and cracking. Brilliant. Okay, so there's the basics done in that part. That's all our diagnosis apart from the ward. I'm going to skip the ward for now. We've got our psychiatric already because that's diagnosis and treatment. We're skipping the ward, so let's put in our pharmacy. Now I'm putting rooms that are in that are 4 wide are down this side. And then I'm putting rooms that are 5 wide on the other side there. Right, what we've got here? Clinic, inflation. Now that is a 4 wide, but I'm going to put it here anyway. And I'm hoping that I've done this where I can get the toilets in the corner. Let's have a look. If I put that there, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not quite. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do that. So they can put the toilets there like that. We need more toilets, please. There's never enough toilets. There we go. Cubicles. There we are. And, you know, this is an interesting point in this game that the toilets are multi-gender toilets as well, which is nice. So I don't know whether the developers were lazy and didn't want to put different male and female toilets in, but it's certainly a good step forward. Now let's have a look. So we've got all the facilities there. We just need a staff room and a research department, and then that ward. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the staff room in here. We need to leave room for 1 clinic as well. This is experience telling me this. So yeah, let's get that staff room in. We'll make it line up like that. Come on, get out of the staff room, please. Thank you very much. We will put a sofa in there. Let's see if we should be able to squeeze a pool table in. Put it in the corner. Let's put the TV there. There we go. That's all good. Right, so that's the main stuff apart from the ward. Now what we need to do is purchase a ward, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy one of these extra buildings. So there's a plot area here. That's a 385 area. That's a 220, and this is a 518. It's going to cost us $12,000. We've only got 19. But now you can see we've got this area here as well. Cracking. And we can zoom out and see it all at once. This is a fantastically brilliant area because it means we can put... I'm going to just have a look at the prices here. Facilities. Research department is 5,000. So we're going to go straight off with the ward. Which we're going to put there like this. Big fat ward. That in the middle. Let's get a load of beds. There we go. No, more than that. There we go. We probably don't need too many beds in this early levels, but we'll put one there and there. Oh, you can put them back to back in the middle of the room in this version of the game. Small tweaks, small tweaks. Now, I do really want a research department, but I don't have the money for it. So we're just going to go straight ahead, get a shed load of radiators. Let's go with 15. And if we've got the money, let's see, how is the price? Radiators, 300, I think? No, we've spent 300. Brilliant. Let's get some benches. We'll get 20 benches. We need a reception desk. 5 drinks machines, I think. Oh, we can't afford 5. We can have 3. There we are. We've got no money left. Right. So we're going to put the reception desk at the front here. If we can fit it in. Don't really want it to get in the way of these rooms. It's going to have to go there. It's going to have to go there. We'll put a drinks machine in there. A drinks machine in there. Put one there. How many? Oh, that's all of them. And we're just going to put benches along the walls like this. This is a good way of doing it if you have the space, because it allows you to have people sit really close to the places where they want to be. We'll put a couple outside the ward as well, but people should be able to go straight in there. Let's get these radiators placed. One there, one there. And one in the... There we go. Put one in each room, we should be fine. We'll put one in the corridor here. One behind reception, and one at the end of the corridor there. Brilliant. Well, we're in the negatives, which means we won't be able to hire a receptionist, I don't think. So we're going to click the dollar symbol and go, we need a loan. It's only level 2 and I've spent all the money. There we go. We're going to need a couple of nurses. That nurse is a good one. Brilliant. That nurse is also a good one. She's has a HGV license, which is a really, really important skill for a nurse, and is very friendly, enjoys a laugh. There we go. And we'll have a third nurse as well. We'll put them there. Let's just have a quick look. We're going to need a few handymen, so he's alright. There we are. Let's open up our hospital. We're pretty much there now. And those 2 handymen are terrible. Right, okay. Well, we'll just have 1 handyman at the minute. We've got no plants anyway.
Patients are asked to be patient.
And handymen have 3 jobs. Cleaning up, maintaining machines, and watering the plants. If we've got no plants to water, that's less things for them to do, and we don't need as many handymen. So that's a relatively good start as it is. Right, so let's fast forward until we get our first patient. We can zoom out as well and have a look. Anybody coming down the road? No? Oh wait, there we go. We've got 2 people on their way in. There we go. Let's zoom in and see how things get along for them. She's cold. She's on her way to reception desk and now going to the GP's office. So hopefully she'll... Yeah, she went straight in. And because we've got 2 GP's office, I was hoping this guy would wait at the other office, but there's no GP in there. Hello. You go there. And you... can I go... Can I put you in that queue? I don't know. I have no idea. Never mind. That's fine. Where's she going? Hello? Lady and doctor, you're on your way to the ward for more diagnosis. Where are you going? You're on your way to the ward. So having the ward over in this building allows me to have a nice big ward, and it doesn't clog up the first building. The downside is that patients have to walk all the way across to the other building to go to the ward and then back again. Let's have a look to see if we've got any more handymen to buy. Oh, there's one. We've got 2 now. And he plays golf and he's not very good. So obviously playing theme park means you're a good handyman. Playing golf means you're a bad handyman. And there's somebody in a rock and roll band. He's a singer. Cracking. Well, at the moment, things are going quite well, apart from our bank balance, but I'm hoping as soon as we get more people come in, which, as I said it, here comes another person. They're on the way to the reception desk. We don't know anything really much more about them. They're feeling cold, they're quite happy, they're not very thirsty. Next person coming along, also quite cold, also doing quite well. Hopefully we don't kill anybody today. Let's fast forward a little bit. See how things go. We can have a look at the graph and have a look at hang on a second. Let's turn off everything except let's have a look at money coming in, money going out, no, wages, balance, the bank balance. Yeah, that's not a good bank balance graph. I heard somebody using the inflator, so we'll have to check out the next person that needs that. And once we've got enough money, we'll need to get a research department as well. I think it was 5 grand, wasn't it? So here comes a happy chappy now. I know what his problem is. Do you know what his problem is? I think you do. Most of us do. I think everybody should know what his problem is. We'll follow his journey and see how he gets on in the hospital. We've got a new condition. Here it is. It's bloaty head, of course. It's caught by sniffing cheese and drinking unpurified rainwater. I must admit, I don't drink rainwater very often, and what's wrong with sniffing a bit of cheese? Maybe it's from sniffing bad cheese. Yeah, it's apparently very uncomfortable, and the head is popped and then reinflated to the correct PSI using a clever machine. So that's what's going to happen to this guy, as long as we can diagnose him correctly. He's doing alright so far. He's off to reception, and there's no queue at reception. He's just visiting there. He's the 6th person to visit reception. And he's telling the GP, he says, yeah, I'm generally alright, just got a bit of a sore head. He says, oh, go see my mate across the hall. Right, okay, so we're off to see the guy across the hall. And what's he going to do? Is he going to take his clothes off and make him take his pulse? Our team has discovered a new condition called gut rot. It's caused by Mrs. O'Malley's good time whiskey cough mixture. You get no cough, but no stomach wall lining either. Wow. Right, okay, so then the nurse can administer a selection of dissolved chemicals. So you have no stomach wall, but no stomach wall lining, but then chemicals fix it. I'm happy with that. Right, okay, so this guy's going to stand next to this doctor, and what's the doctor going to do? Oh, he's listening to his heart. Ah, well, that will help diagnose his head for sure. Is somebody coughing? Please don't cough in the hospital. It's not allowed. How's his diagnostic process going? Oh, his diagnostic process is maxed out. So he's fully diagnosed now, this guy. He's going to go back to the GP's office, where he's going to go, yeah, we listened to your heart, and we know the problem's your head. Because that's really it. This doctor's getting quite tired, which means probably lots of the other doctors are getting tired as well. But he paid $101, and he's going to be going... Oh yes, he's on his way to inflation. Let's have a look at the inflation machine. The inflation machine is doing okay, and I think this is where we have our walkout, and everybody goes to the staff room all at the same time. But here we go. We're going to have our patient sorted out. So he's going to pop himself in the machine. Doctor's going to come along and burst his head, and then we're going to use this brilliant machine with this hose just at the end there. There we go. And we're going to reinflate his head to that pressure. And he pays $852 for the privilege, which brings us... Oh, hang on a second. We've got a top hat. Okay, so a Premiership footballer has expressed a wish to visit the hospital. He probably wants to pat the little kiddies' heads in the ward. There's no kids in the ward. In fact, there's no kids in this entire game. It's just an entirely adult hospital. I wonder why that is. Nobody wants to see sick children. That's probably why the decision was made not to have any children in the game. Right then. Well, we're doing quite well so far, apart from our bank balance, and I'm sure that as we get more people through the door, that will improve. If we have a look here at our stats, our balance is not allowed to go beneath minus 10,000, I think it is. That includes the loan, by the looks of it. But we are curing people. People are very happy. They're not very thirsty. They're quite warm, and we're curing them. So we're going quite well. There we are. So all we just need is more people to come, like a lot more people, quickly before we lose the level.
Not required in general diagnosis.
What can we do to improve things? Well, we could probably sack the expensive nurses. In fact, this guy here says he's very tired. He wants a salary boost of 8. No, thank you very much, mate. So the handyman's going. He's been sacked. We don't need 3. We're cutting down. We need 3 nurses, though. I think we've probably got one more doctor than what we need at the minute, but I think that other one was a researcher, and we want to be able to keep the researcher as well. A couple more, a few more patients coming through. We've got 3 new patients. How many patients we had now? 11 patients come through that door.
We have a VIP with us.
Okay, so now the VIP is going to check out the hospital, and if he likes it, he'll give us some money, and if he doesn't like it, he won't. Basically, he's just there being a nosy beggar. He doesn't look like a Premiership footballer. I don't know many Premiership footballers with a big white moustache like that and a top hat. What we got here? We got a new condition. Oh, we've rediscovered the squits. Okay, fair enough. It's always nice to rediscover things. 2 of the nurses are putting their feet up. We need one of you in the pharmacy, please. You're not very tired. You're quite tired. Okay, you. Come here. Get in there. There we are. We can speed things up nicely. Got 3 doctors wandering around at the moment, but I'm hoping we're going to get more patients through the door. Money's not looking great at the minute. If we look at the graph. What's that? What? No, we need... Is that the only way is for me to go down here and just keep clicking these? There we are. The balance is just going down and down and down. Money in's going up. Money out is pretty constant. Wages have gone down a little bit. Wages are very high.
Apologies to patients, the radiators are malfunctioning.
Oh, we've got problems with the radiators. We've got a sleeping illness caused by overactive sleep gland in the roof of the mouth. I didn't know I had a sleep gland up there. High dose of power stimulant. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Oh, we've got somebody sleeping in the ward. She's been diagnosed.
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please.
We need one of our psychiatrists. The business it's starting to get busy. I mean, we've got more staff than we've got patients at the minute, but I'm sure that's fine. We've got a couple more patients on the way. People are paying lots of money, and yeah. Come on. Right, okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to just, by the magic of editing, skip forward a little while and see how we're getting on in a couple of months. Okay, it's now January and the beginning of a brand new year, and we got a number of awards and grants, which means we now have £15,000 to spend, and we can upgrade things in the hospital. Hopefully we can get things a lot better, smoother running, and get more money. I'm going to put a research department in. The good thing about the room sizes in this game is that they're the same price no matter how big you make them, so you can make a lovely, nice, huge room for your staff if you've got the space. Put a radiator plant and a bin in there. There we go. Now we do have one researcher somewhere. He's just a doctor. He's a doctor. He's a researcher. There we go. We'll put him in there. That means we can research all sorts of things. We can just get rid of some of the things that we don't want to research. So what we're going to do, first things first, is we're going to research cure equipment, I think. There we go. Put it up to maximum. We're going to try and research all there is to do on this level. There must be a whole control. It jumps up by the looks of it. There we go. Right, so that's all been researched now. Nice and lovely. Let's go back to normal speed. Hopefully the more different ailments we can cure, the better we'll be. And we're still getting a number of patients slowly coming. Oh, some are coming in from the south here. You on your way to reception? Good. How many visitors have we had in total now? 34. 35.
Doctor required in instalment room.
That's good. Right, okay. Now, I also fired my most expensive doctor because I just had way too many doctors just wandering around the place for no apparent reason. We've still only got 2 handymen. But hopefully our balance is looking a lot better now. There we go. So our bank balance shot up at the end of the year. We got a bit of a boost coming, and overall the money's doing better now because we're getting more visitors coming through the door. The rate of visitors does seem to be fairly constant though, so I'm hoping for a bigger rate.
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please.
We've managed to cure 27 people, and in our first year we actually had 3 deaths, which is absolutely crazy. So now we've killed 4 people throughout this series so far. I'm not feeling very good about that. Money's pretty stable. I'm not seeing many patients actually in the hospital at the moment. There's a few people queuing for that room there. You should be able to go and queue for that room. And we'll put a doctor in there. There we go. Now this lady here, she's got a bit of a problem, and hopefully we're going to be able to diagnose some new equipment, or rather get some new equipment. Oh, the case equipment's all done already. Okay, let's just knock all that down. There we go, and let's put that to its maximum. There we go. So we should now have in clinics, yes, a slack tongue clinic. Brilliant. So if we buy that, we've got just a nice bit of money to be able to do it. We've got a slack tongue machine in, and hopefully cure this patient that just arrived with the slack tongue condition. Right, how many times has this drink machine been used? 2. This one, 0. This one, 0. Everybody likes this drinks machine. Let's move this one. Let's put it there. Let's move this one and put it over here. There we go. Maybe it will get used more. Keep an eye on our research. Okay, that's doing alright so far. We can do improvements and drugs. This woman's been talking to this doctor for a very long time. In fact, she's still talking to him.
Nurse required in pharmacy.
I think she's stuck. I mean, the doctor's not diagnosing her or anything.
GP's office.
Let's just reset that. We've got another VIP that wants to visit the hospital. That's fine. We've got lots of different bits of money coming in. I'm not sure if it's covering our expenditures. We're not 80% chance we've got the right slack tongue. Yeah, let's take that risk. 80% chance. Yep, thank you very much. That's fine. We're gonna risk 80% chance. Oh, is our slack tongue people leaving? They did. We waited too long to be able to help them out. That's no good. That's no good at all. I don't know where that doctor's gone as well, but never mind. Yeah. Oh well, overall things are starting to look up a little bit. Our money is going well. Oh no, I accidentally sent the patient home. I meant take a chance of possible cure. Okay, that's fine. Well, if we've got that amount of money, let's see what here. Let's take a chance of the possible cure at that as well. Good percentages coming out here. We got any more diagnosis rooms? We haven't, have we? Let's just have a look here. Diagnostic equipment has nearly been researched, so I'm not really sure what equipment we're going to get out of that. 84% chance we got the right thing, so let's take a chance at that possible cure. Eventually one of these people are going to die, just like they did in the first episode, but never mind. We need the money. Premiership footballer? Oh no, that was the other guy. After visiting the hospital, Rocket Ronnie Jepson remarked, what a storming hospital. Oh, fantastic. When I'm next seriously ill, I'll take me there. We've got a boost to reputation, and we've got a cash grant. A crash grant? We don't want grants for crashing. 82% chance. Yeah, we're going to go with it. Why not? How's our research going? That's all done. Okay, so then we've got all these others at 33% each, and we're going to have improvements in drugs and specialisations. So hopefully that will just generally get things up and good. We've only got a 77% chance on that one. I think that's the kind of one where we want to send the patient home. If we get it wrong, they die. If we get it right, then we're fine. Oh my goodness, right, we've got a doctor that wants more money. Yeah, fine, we'll give you more money, mate. Let's just have a quick look at our doctor list. Okay. We could probably do with another psychiatrist now, and I think we can probably afford it. Let's have a look, see what we've got in our options. Not a lot of options. We'll leave that then. We'll leave it. Right then, let's fast forward a little bit, see how we're getting on. Oh, good. The money situation seems to be turning around. We're getting a lot more people coming through and paying for stuff. If we have a look at our money, if we pay off our loan, I think, yeah, we're fine on that now. So we have no loan, we're not going to be paying interest rates on the loan. See, with the money coming in, we've got insurance money, money treating people, then there's a drug cost, loan repayment. That's all good. Doesn't look like we've actually got any patients in our hospital right now, but I'm sure some more will come along quite soon. Let's see how our progress is doing. Oh, we've satisfied all the criteria. We've cured 56 people. Oh, does that mean at the end of the year we're going to be able to move on to a brand new hospital? I think it might be. Okay, well, let's skip forward to December. Okay, so I didn't need to wait until the end of the year. Merely waiting until the end of the month seemed to do the job. We've been offered a new position. So, with this brand new job offer, we're going to leave it there for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any thoughts, ideas or questions, please pop them down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Take care, and goodbye.